Hey garden friends, what is up? So today we are going to be doing a interesting video. I only have like 40 minutes before my daughter gets up from her nap, and I'm honestly not sure how much I can get done in that time, but I figured I would whip my camera out and just take you along with me. So the video we're going to do today is just a motivating weed with me. So I thought that this would be fun and kind of like a play off of the clean with me's that other people will do, and I thought that this would be kind of like a fun gardener kind of clean with me. My vegetable garden has gotten crazy out of hand. I'm going to go ahead and rip out my tomato plants today. I think I might leave my peppers because they are still doing a lot better than the tomatoes are, but it has gotten so cold here. Not so cold, it's 70 degrees outside, but considering that it was 90 degrees just a week ago, it is dropping the temperature dramatically, and I know my tomatoes are just not going to ripen in time. And then I also have to weed and rip out some squash plants that I have. There's just a lot of things that I have to do to get my vegetable garden ready to plant some of the seedlings that I have started, because it's definitely ready to go. They're definitely ready to go outside. So there's just like a random assortment of things that I need to get done in my vegetable garden, and a lot of weeding that needs to get done. So anyway, I hope that you guys are interested in this type of video. Somebody else commented on one of my other videos and said that it was super satisfying to see me weed. So I was like, hey, if you like that, I got more where that came from. So anyway, let's go ahead and head outside and let's just see what we can get done in 40 minutes.
You don't even know me like that. Are you pressed for time? Put you on my mind.
Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in here with a voiceover just to let you guys know kind of what's going on. I had intended on doing this video as more of a vlog style where I would stop every once in a while and talk to you guys, but when I came out to do all of my weeding, I realized that the gentleman who mows our lawn as part of our rental agreement was out there, and he's a gardener as well, so we chatted pretty much the whole time that I was weeding. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't turn out exactly the way I had intended on filming, which is totally fine because I super enjoy talking about gardening stuff, obviously. So anyway, I started in this garden bed here, and if you guys remember, I actually had cucumbers planted in this little section this summer, and I took those out about a month ago, and it just got completely overrun with weeds. I left in my purple basil, so I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that in for this year as well, because it just looks so pretty, and it's still going strong even through a couple of frosts, so I figured I'd go ahead and leave that. But I do plan on planting some carrots in this bed. I plan on planting some broccoli, and then I'm also thinking about maybe setting the trellis up again and growing some peas on that. So we'll see what ends up happening, and I might go ahead and throw in a couple of chards in there as well, because my seeds, the seedlings that I have in the house, I've got quite a bit of chard, so I'm going to have to figure out where to put all of this. So I might throw some different stuff in there as well, but I'm just going to finish weeding this guy, and then I will go ahead and head over to the tomatoes and the peppers.
You know that it's working. You're working. Don't care, you're crazy, it's perfect. Shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous. It's you. It's you. Oh, you. The second I saw you, I'm nervous that it's you.
Okay, guys, so don't judge, but this was the before of the vegetable garden. It had really gotten out of hand. As you can see, especially the strawberry patch was really rough. But my tomatoes, as you can see, were really just getting super stressed out and they were not doing super well. They need to come out. I actually didn't have enough time to get that done in this video, but I will definitely do that in an upcoming video. I ended up just spending my entire 45 minutes or however long that I had allotted to just weeding. There were so many weeds, but it ended up looking so much better than I had before, so I'm super glad that I was able to get all that done. But yeah, I didn't get to everything. I guess that's just the way of the garden, unfortunately. I always am like a crazy optimist. I always think it's going to take a lot less time than it actually does. So hey, at least I keep my chin up, right? But if you need some weeding motivation, this is definitely the video for you, because that's pretty much all I do in this video is just weed and weed and weed. So if you're like me and you've been avoiding it, I hope this motivates you to get out there and just get your hands dirty and rip those suckers out.
Crazy is perfect, shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous. It's you, it's you, oh you, the second I saw you, I'm nervous that it's you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it's you. Now we don't wanna go back, blurring all the lines, been going from. I know that we both should get back. Been losing my mind, like being lost in your blue eyes. All my plans reversing. You know that it's working. You're working.
Oh my gosh, on to the worst part, you guys. This was so crazy. It had gotten really bad. My strawberry patch really just got out of hand. I had really been neglecting it because I hadn't been harvesting the best strawberries their first year around. It just, for whatever reason, they were turning out really stringy and watery, and I think it's just because they needed a little bit more time to mature like the plants did. But I also found this ginormous slug. Ugh. We are having a really bad problem with slugs in my garden, and let me know, do you guys have any tips for how to deal with slugs? Because I find them everywhere. It's ridiculous. Every single morning I see their little slime trails all through the garden, and I'm like, what do I do to keep them out? It's absolutely crazy. But I ended up weeding this guy completely out, and it looks so much better. I did end up ripping out all of these marigolds. The marigolds got humongous. I could not believe how big they got, and they were really honestly just strangling out my strawberries, so I'm sure that they didn't perform super well this year because they probably didn't get a whole heck of a lot of sun. So we'll see. Maybe, hopefully they'll do a little bit better next year, and I will definitely pull the marigolds before they get too big like this. I didn't even know marigolds could get this big. I don't remember them being that big when I was gardening as a kid, but yeah, they definitely get big. And hey, I don't like the smell of marigolds, but if you want a performing flower that's really easy and low maintenance, my marigolds have done really well. So yeah, anyway, so I pretty much ripped all that out and it turned out pretty good. I'm super happy with how it ended up looking.
My head in the clouds, I don't know where we go. I feel like it's changed, love. I'm losing my mind, feeling that kind of love. I feel like a deep hole. Will you give me something that I can give you here? Tell me what you're thinking, I need to know you're feeling. If you crush on me, you need to know my story. But don't get too close to me, 'cause I need my fantasy. Here I am, falling down, crashing down. and I feel like I don't need you. Here I am, falling down deep inside, and I feel like I don't need you. Sun shining and all these good times, we know we had something. Don't feel the vibe when we're not floating. Ain't no good time when it's the darkest sin. You give me something that I can't give you here. Tell me what you're thinking, I need to know you're feeling. If you crush on me, you need to know my story. But don't get too close to me, cause I need my fantasy. You give me something that I can't give you here. Tell me what you're thinking, I need to know you're feeling. If you crush on me, you need to know my story. But don't get too close to me, cause I need my fantasy. Here I am, falling down, crashing down, and I feel like I don't need you. Here I am, falling down deep inside, and I feel like I don't need you.
Okay guys, so I got everything done that I'm going to do today, and I'm pretty happy with that actually. I didn't get to pull out any of my tomato plants or pepper plants, and I think I'm gonna leave the peppers anyway, but I didn't get to pull out any of my tomatoes, so I'll just have to do that in another day, but that's okay. I did get 2 beds weeded, and the biggest one was getting the strawberry patch weeded because it literally got neglected for so long, you guys. As you can see, it was crazy overgrown, not only with grass, but also with this marigolds that I planted, like intermixed with them. They got insanely huge. I was so surprised at how big they got, and they completely took over. And honestly, I just neglected the strawberry patch because I just knew they weren't gonna be super fruitful in this first year, which was just complete laziness on my part. And it's okay, we'll hit them next year. It's totally fine. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys what I have. Okay, so here is what the strawberry patch looks now. I used grass clippings to help with mulching, and as you can see, it doesn't really prevent slugs. Oh man, I have so many. Oh, I don't want to touch him, but that's okay. I'll just do this kind of number and go away. So I'm really just doing it for weed suppressant, not necessarily to keep the slugs out. We are having a huge problem with slugs in my garden this year, but it is what it is. It's totally okay. I'm not too worried about it. I mainly just want the strawberry plants to get as much sun as they can because I know they've gotten thoroughly suffocated in these past couple of weeks. So that's what that looks like, and I'm pretty happy with it. And then the other thing I got done was this little bed where I'm going to be planting most of my like lettuce kind of things. I'm going to be planting some chard, some Giant's purple mustard, I think, or red mustard maybe is what it's called, and a couple other things. I also might direct seed some carrots in here as well. So that got completely weeded, which is good. I still have some of this purple basil over here, and I think I might replant him somewhere else just to give me this space so I can have some nice clean lines here. Maybe I'll do the same with him, I'm not sure. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed that weed with me and it motivated you guys to get out and maybe tackle those spots in your garden that have gotten a little neglected in the late summer, and helping us to prepare for fall planting, which is gonna be so fun. It's gonna be a lot cooler. We won't have to deal with all of the sweaty hot summer mess, and we can prep for Thanksgiving and all of those fun holidays coming up. But yeah, let me know, am I the only one? Do you have some neglected spots in your gardens that you've been avoiding, that you want to get weeded or taken care of? Let me know in the comments so that I know I'm not alone. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!